Good morning. It's Thursday, the 11th of July, and I'm at beautiful Mount Samson today, cleaning a lovely Queensland colonial home set around beautiful surroundings on acreage about 10 or 15 minutes from Samford and about 40 minutes from Brisbane CBD. I've been coming to this house for many years, 16 in total, since 2008, and the clients have been very happy with my work to date, and I hope to keep that standard going. The job to do is wash the exterior of the house, clean the paving, say good morning to Billy the puppy. Beautiful manicured hedges here, a lot of mould on the south side of the house. I'll be cleaning the exterior side of the windows tomorrow. Today also, and I'm about to start, I'll be cleaning the pool pavers, but this is a quick glimpse around the house. There's my trusty source of chlorine, which feeds up to my lance, up to the pool where I'm working. I'm not sure how many acres we're on here, but it's just surrounded by cattle, dairy. There's an actual four-wheel drive training ground in the distance. I can see the cars lined up. It's probably too hard to see, but anyway, trust me, they'll do their training there today. And there is Mount Samson, 700 metres high in the sky, or 2,300 feet for our American colleagues who watch this channel. Beautiful winter's day, probably about 22 degrees. Can't complain, as I love the cold. There is a fateful story about Mount Samson many years ago. Friends of mine, he was a hang gliding pilot, and from this height he would take his hang glider and jump off Mount Samson, but sadly one day he hadn't connected his harness to his kite and fell to his death. So Mount Samson has a bit of spiritual moments for me, but let's get off that subject and come back to, oh, there's Billy again. Billy always wants a bicky or two, which I feed him. There's my trusty Triton in the background, all set up. The machine is switched on, ready to go. I carry two machines. I'm going with Big Bertha today. This is my little backup Karcher, which I use, and of course this is my trusty Triton, samfordhwshing.com.au, and my Broncos paraphernalia. Let's hope they get a win on Saturday night against St George. That's my contact details. And here is where my Big Bertha is, my big machine. It's already switched on. It's sitting ready to do a day's work. It's a bit of a monster, but I carry two or three of them with me. You never know when one might break down on you. And I'm about 40 minutes from getting help for any mechanical stuff that I might need. I'm not gifted with mechanics, so I'll take it to Karcher or to Pertec and they'll repair it for me. So just coming back up, reiterating what we did. I did a couple of hours work here yesterday, got set up. A little bit overcast now, that's a bit of a disappointment. I think the rain's gone for the time being. But a delightful house, and clients of mine, they also have a business and they give me work for that business as well. So this is all we'll focus on here this morning. Cleaning the pool, pavers, which always get a bit grubby. And why do they get grubby and mould on the glass? Needs to be cleaned. Well, they get grubby because of Mother Nature doing its work. Wherever there's plants, of course, you're going to get mould and lack of sunlight. So we've got big hedges up here which give rise to mould, and you can see it here, it's pretty bad. So again, today I'm going to have to use full strength chlorine. So get on top of this, be careful of the plants, rinse them down, etc. The pool is covered for winter. Huge tarpaulin locked down. So that's the reason I won't be swimming today. But I have been known to drop things into pools and having to get into them to get them out. And it can be quite a showpiece, I can tell you. So even the chairs, I'll give them a quick clean. They've been sitting under the trees for 2 years since I've last been here. They got a bit of mould on them. And that's probably the way we'll end up getting here today. Some clean patches here. And we'll worry about the remainder of the house once we've done here. I won't use the whirly today. It's giving me a bit of grief. There's my window cleaning squeegees, ready to clean these very, very mouldy. A bit hard for you to see, but that glass is full of mould, so we need to clean that up. What better place to start than a wood-fired oven? It just needs a bit of a tidy up. You don't see these too often, but when you're out in the country, you've got a bit of room to do sort of stuff. I'm sure they use them for making pizzas or whatever. And so that's basically the strategy for today. So we'll get this going. And I'm just going to, I won't bore you too much today with what I'm doing, but we need to prepare the pavers with a good dose of chlorine. So that's now coming through my tube system back to my chlorine supply source. I carry about 70 metres of hose as I have some big areas to cover. So I just quickly pre-soak this up and we'll get this job underway. As I said, I've been coming here for 16 years. We'll clean those, get some chlorine up onto those mould affected window glass panes, and I'll give them a good squeegee later. But they need to have a bit of chlorine in them because there's so much mould in them. So I'm giving them a good dose. Now I'm back at the pool. So I'll start here with the sudsing up. There's my turbo head, I'll be using that later. Machine wash down the pavers, get rid of the mould. But the best way to do it, to help it, is to apply chlorine and detergent. I use an Aldi dishwashing detergent, just a couple of bucks. Just add that to your mix of chlorine. It just shows you, helps you see where you're going. And if you can keep on top of it all, that's the best way to do it. The house will be about 20 years old, I imagine. I've been coming here 16. And today we've had beautiful winter's weather. I see my colleagues in America who I follow on YouTube are having pretty hot, humid days. Hello to you all. Temperatures here around 18-20 degrees Celsius, so I'm guessing that's probably about 50 or 40 degrees Fahrenheit in America. But at the moment you guys are telling me that you're experiencing weather in up to 9 degrees Fahrenheit, so and 100% humidity. So my sympathies go out to you, because it wouldn't be nice. Although some people love the heat, but not for me. Yeah, there's plenty of mould here. I was last here about 2 years ago. And this part of the world, there's a lot of humidity, a lot of rainfall. And within a couple of years things start to get a bit bad. So that's why my clients get me back here to do this sort of work and help keep on top of their house. They don't have time, they're very busy. And so I take care of the issues for them. With the spray jet I can push across the far side of the pool without even having to go there. My jet spray. And I won't be too long doing this. It needs a few, maybe 20 minutes to take effect. Goes a nice golden brown colour. And once it's golden brown, you know it's ready to be removed. There are some dark patches that may need to be treated with maybe a watering can full of chlorine, just spot cleaning if it's a bit stubborn with the stains. So I'll probably do that at some point. So there's a lovely statue there, lady holding a bowl. But you can see already this has gone to a nice golden colour. The mould that was black on the deck chairs is now nice and green and different colour. So everything is sudsing up pretty well. I won't bore you with too much detail here, but what I'm about to do is do half the pool and I've finished pre-soaking as much as I want to. It's going a nice goldy colour. And then I'll quickly show you how I clean the pool glass. But it's all looking positive. So I'll quickly change from the jet spray by disconnecting and connecting with the turbo wash and reconnecting with that. And then I'll just quickly show you a bit more of my work and then we'll leave it for the day. And just put the camera down for 1 second. Okay, now we're off we go. So you can see straight away we're getting on top of this mold problem. It's coming off very easily now that I've applied the chlorine and detergent. What was black here has then gone gold. And it's just a matter of moving around the pool and applying pressure and just generally putting a clean finish on it all. And then we'll continue on with the window cleaning and the house wash. So there you go, you can see what a difference it's making. And having done that, before we sign off for the day, I'll just grab my squeegee and bucket, and we'll give you a quick demo of how I clean windows. Maybe not everyone does it this way, but you can see things are pretty murky here. So I just lather it up with my Attore cloth. I'll just do a quick one here for you. So all that mould is now evaporated, and I'm applying just a simple sudsy dishwashing detergent, which I like to use because it's citrus based. It's good for the environment, as they say. Has lots of suds, and it does come up to a nice clean finish once you've applied it. So it's just a matter of taping off the top. We'll just cut along the edge, stop any drips coming down, grab our Attore, Glidex Australian made squeegee, and we'll just cut horizontally. It's hard to see where I'm going because the other side of the glass, of course, is dirty, but you can see the technique I use, just swinging with the wrist left to right, bringing down to the bottom, coming back up, following a bit more, a bit like going up a mountain and coming back down, and just a nice easy flick of the wrist. That's the method we use, and we'll just quickly do the other side, and then that's the session from my office for the day, and I can get on with the job I was paid to do here. But I did want to show you where I was today, Mount Samson, beautiful part of southeast Queensland in Australia, surrounded by mountains. About 2 hours to the Gold Coast, I guess you'd say. About an hour and a half up to the Sunshine Coast. We've just had the school holidays, so all the kids are now back at school, and starting to be good Australians, I hope, in the future. So I'm just going to finish this panel, and as they say in Italy, ciao, goodbye. We just quickly, so already I can see the other side of this glass, making a quick few twisted handles. And it's going to be pretty soon crystal clear. Because I couldn't see where I was going on the other side, so there's going to have to be a bit of tidying up. But basically you get the idea. So that's my office for the day. I hope you've enjoyed the demonstration. I'm back here tomorrow for sure, but in the time being, a pretty rough video there, but we managed to get through it. Hope the Broncos have a win this weekend. Rowan McCauley signing off, samfordhwshing.com.au, and on YouTube channel Samford HW. So goodbye from Mount Samson. You have a lovely day wherever you are around the world.